It's been so many years since I've seen your father. I hope he's still the magnificent physical specimen he was when he left.
Mom, maybe it's time to choose a suitor.
Hey. Honey, I'm home.
Well, look who the fates dragged in.
Oh, I'm sorry I was gone so long, but I'm gonna do something I haven't done for 20 years. Take out the trash.
Hello and welcome back to ChunkClogger, my collection log slot. Chunk locked account. Damn, that's hard to say. Need to figure out a better way of saying that. The last episode we were able to unlock 12 collection logs, which meant that we were able to get access to 4 new chunks. As you can see here, our world map has expanded somewhat. In the first portion of this episode, we are going to complete 2 full quests. One I forgot about last time, and another one we just unlocked. So the one I forgot about last time was the Misthalin Mystery, and Restless Ghost, we can completely do this quest from start to finish. It won't get us any new collection log slots, however, it will progress the account.
You could not be more wrong.
First, we got a beginner clue scroll from the giant frogs, which is a Charlie step. It's the first time we were able to do a Charlie step, so I thought we'd go up and do it. He wants an iron dagger. There is a spawn in the goblin house, so I'm going to see if that works. I can't make one otherwise. I know they changed Charlie recently on how you can get the stuff where you don't have to like get it immediately. You can stack it up, but I think you still have to actually make it. So I'm really hoping that you don't, and a spawn will do. Oh, he took it though. Okay. So that worked. Fantastic news. And that's a step I can do. Holy shit, I might be able to do a beginner clue here. Right, we've not completed a beginner clue since we did the big old goblin grind in episode 1. So, Reldo step. I don't think I've got any Reldo areas on my chunk. Bit of a shame.
All right. What's wrong with me? I can't complete this quest. I am dumb. Well, we got pretty far in Restless Ghost, and I got a nice little necklace upgrade. Okay, here's a quest we can actually complete. Oh, I thought a lady with the BGS came in, Spectre. Am I misremembering it?
Oh, you won't even believe what happened next.
Bam.
And that is the quest complete. We got a bunch of crafting XP and a quest point, which is probably the best thing we can get from this. And some gems, which is quite nice. Alright, let's get back to our chunks. It's weird being outside of the official zone.
Doing some forestry with my main because I want to try and get some more of these pheasant pieces because look how bon I look. But this little Sergeant Damien wants me to do stuff, so let's see whether or not we can get another camo piece or it's going to be an emote. I have a feeling it's going to be an emote. I think there are 3 camo pieces and there are 4 emotes. And I've already got one of the camo pieces. Oh no, camo bottoms. Damn, this outfit's really coming together. Okay, collection log slot that I was not necessarily anticipating, so that's fun. Awesome, that is another collection log slot. 16 out of 1500 and 1 out of 3 to the next chunk. We're going to run out of random events collection log slots relatively soon, I think. So we've only got 12 left, really, and that's 3 chunks worth. And then we're going to have to really start living off our own back. But hopefully we'll be able to get more like beginner clue and easy clue areas so that it'll make our lives a little bit easier by then. Right, so we've got a couple of beginner clues that we might be able to complete here. So let's try and see whether or not we can get beginner casket. Oh, okay, well a casket on the first step, so that's good. Let's see if we can get the other 2. I think they're both Charlie steps, so let's see if we can do them. Literally, as we were doing that, a membership ran out. So we were in a big... We're in a free-to-play world, but because it's a beginner clue, it doesn't really matter. Iron dagger, we can do that. We can do that. Come on, Charlie, don't make me world hop. Get your ass over here. Hey. Okay, can we do this one? Can't do this one. This really has to be my favorite fashionscape I've ever worn in the game. I mean, look how good I look. That's insane. Righto, Charlie, be humble. Don't move away. Don't move away. Cooked pike. Oh, I don't have a pike. Well, couldn't do that one. But let's open this reward casket, see what we can get. We have opened, as you might remember, 25 beginner clues. So let's see what the 26th one will bring. I mean, that's not bad.
It's delusional.
It's been a hot minute since I logged into this account, but I'm very excited to hop back into it because there's been a recent update to the collection log, which is very exciting. Fantastic. So you can see this is exactly where we left off, which is brilliant. But if we go into the collection log, click on here, you can close to overview, and it'll show you exactly what you've got at the moment, kind of your latest collections. Now, obviously, this is done before the updates. So all our collection logs are before the update. We haven't got any of the latest ones, but it'll show exactly here what our latest collections are and the order they came in, which is brilliant news. Just getting back into the swing of things, and you can see that we are 2 collection logs off until rolling the next chunk. I think what we're going to be working towards is Forestry, and whilst we're doing that, we'll probably get some random events, fingers crossed, and then we might be able to get a couple of these and then roll a new chunk. Another non-helpful event other than for Anima Bark. Lovely little beehive event. Well, well, well. I will be taking this, thank you very much. And this is going to go on agility. I've been thinking about it though, and we probably need to start putting some stuff into there's 7 agility. That's good. So the reason we've been putting it into agility, by the way, is because theoretically, if we want to train agility in the chunks that we've got, then this fence is kind of the only way, which we need 13 agility to do. However, we are quite close to the Draenor agility course. That requires 1 agility, so we're already way past that mark. It would require both of these tiles at some point. So if we wanted to train agility, that's the reason why we've been putting it in there. However, because we've now unlocked the Lumbridge Swamp Caves, which, you know, are dangerous for us to go into, we can theoretically start killing Slayer monsters, but I would need the Slayer level to do so. So in the Lumbridge Swamp Caves, we've got a few different Slayer monsters. They all require up to 35 Slayer. So lowest being the Cave Bug, which requires 7 Slayer. And then you've got 10 Slayer for the Cave Crawler, 17 Slayer for the Cave Slime, 20 Slayer for the Rock Slug, and All Beast at 35 Slayer. The Cave Crawler drops the Bronze Boots at a 1 in 128, and that's at level 10. So that is something to definitely go for. So I think we're going to start putting stuff into Slayer rather than Agility, because Slayer is going to get our collection log slot up faster than Agility will. 6 farming from this event. So currently in the bank we have 8 pheasant tail feathers. We need 15 for the next piece. No golden egg. But that is enough pheasant tail feathers to get the next collection log slot, which is nice. So as you can see here, we've got nothing except the hat. So we may as well go for the hat. And I'm thinking the pheasant legs. So let's go with those. Pheasant legs, yes please. And that is another collection log slot unlocked. 17 collection logs, and let's update this. Fabulous. Let's see what they look like. Very nice. Very, very good. Only 1 more collection log until we roll the next chunk. And that's 73 wood cutting right there. It's egg time. Golden egg. No golden egg. But we did get some pheasant tail feathers, which is perfect. We can get another piece of the pheasant out. Fantastic. So you can see we've got the pheasant tail feathers. We had some left over from before. If we click on here and we make the pheasant cape, which I think is something we should do, that is our 18th collection log slot item. And we're able to pick a new chunk. But if you click on here, the update recently shown, if you click on the overview section, you can see these are the latest collection log slots. Really, really neat. Really cool way of doing that. And how does this look on the back? Pretty cool, actually. Cool, considering, you know, this is the other option we got. So these are the ones we have available to us. 1 is the Tollgate, 2 is the Lumbridge Windmill, 3 is the Alcarid Mine, 4 is Draenor Village South, 5 is Champions Guild and the River Lum, and 6 is Varrock. Finally, 7 is Varrock East Mine. We have finally got the 3 collection log slots we needed, so let's roll a new chunk. Oh, amazing. This is perfect, because we're doing Forestry. Fantastic. So this is the Draenor Village chunks. This is huge for us. The reason being is because it gets us access to the actual Forestry shop, which means that we can buy even more things. We've got lots of Anima Bark. So let's go there now. And as you can see, we're coming up to the red limit of our region. A very scary area. But now we've completely unlocked this area, so let's go in there and let's see if there is a music track or anything unlocked.
Oh my god! Wow!
Beautiful. But what we've got access to now is this Forestry area. So the great thing about this is on Forestry Worlds, you can see how many people are actually using this. Currently, I use my main as an alt to kind of initiate the Forestry events. But here, all we have to do is kind of wait for the Forestry events to happen naturally because other people are doing them. Additionally, I can go into the Friendly Foresters shop and buy the Forestry kit, so I can initiate the events myself, which is fantastic. Additionally, I can also fill it up with all the stuff that I've got, so 13,000 Animo infused bark. Brilliant news. So some of the items I can get and some of the items I can't get. So for example, as you can see here, the log brace, which is a collection slot item, it requires maple logs, which I can't get at the moment, as does the clothes pouch. However, the cape pouch I can buy outright, alongside the log basket and the felling axe hand. This requires the logs that I don't have currently, but we can easily get. And if I'm really struggling with the events, you can buy the golden pheasant egg and the fox whistle for 75,000 anima bark each. Another thing that's quite nice is actually I can buy the chronicle teleports because we've unlocked the area where it exits from. That's really, really good. And if we come to the north section here, you can see we're very, very close from starting the agility course. So all we need to get is one more tile, and then we can get the agility training done. Really nice, because we only need one agility. And with that, we can get the marks of grace. So that's another collection log. One of the other things I realized is we've been holding onto a beginner clue scroll because it is the Draenor step, which means that every single time we unlock new chunks, we're getting access to new clue scroll locations. So we should be able to unlock more clue collection logs much faster. Additionally, they also released the stackable clues. I can't do them because I can't do X marks the spot yet, so we are working on it. But we should be able to get these as well. So we have reset our tracker. We're currently at 18 collection log slots, and we are 0 and 3 to the next chunk. I've noted down some relatively achievable things that aren't the random events that we could theoretically get in our current chunk slots. So for the moment, that is the curved bone from giant frogs in the Umbridge Swamp. From Forestry, that is the golden pheasant's egg, the fox whistle, the petty garland, the pheasant boots, the cape pouch, the log basket, and the felling axe handle. So the best thing to get would probably be the log basket, which means that I can stand at the tree for longer. That would require 300 oak logs and 300 willow logs. And the felling axe handle, that requires 500 oak logs, so we're looking at about 750 oak logs total now, and 10,000 anima bark. And finally, the cape pouch only requires anima bark. Level 8 farming from one of the forestry events around here. Ooh, Asgardian hops. I don't think I can get Asgardian. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Master farmer here. Oh my god, I can totally get some farming XP. It's like the fourth one in half an hour. It's very strange. Okay, fourth one in half an hour. Still nothing. I believe that might be enough for final pheasant piece outfit. I think we were looking for 7 here. Yeah, so no golden egg this time, but 14 pheasant tail feathers. Quite a lot. Righto. So as you can see here, we need the pheasant boots. So let's make those. They are the pheasant boots ready for us, and now we have the full pheasant outfit, which looks pretty good. I'm not gonna lie. Oh, I haven't got the cape. Hold on a second. And there is our illustrious cape. Pretty good looking, actually. Righto, if we deposit this into our bank, we'll have way more than enough oak logs and willow logs and anima bark to buy what should be the 2 collection log slots we need for the next chunk roll. So we've got 3 collection log slots here, which are the log basket, the felling handle, and the cape pouch. What we're going to do is we're going to buy the log basket first. Everything's okay. I don't want to overspend. There you go. That is the log basket. 20 collection log slots done. There we go. Log basket. Overview shows log basket here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to get the 3rd collection log slot that we need for the chunk roll by buying the felling axe handle. Beautiful. Now we can look at our collection log slots. 7 of 23. Overview. Felling axe handle and the log basket achieved. Now theoretically we could use the felling axe handle on our black axe, but there is actually 0 use of doing that. It doesn't make any difference. It only makes difference if you're using rations or something like that, and it's kind of pointless. Other than kind of it looking cool, kind of worthless.
This is worthless.
It's less than worthless.
Okay, we are back on the chunk picker, and I've rearranged the tiles so it's a little easier to read. But we've gained 7, 8, and 9 in our area so that we can try and get those ones. I don't know really which one I want, personally. But I think I've got something in mind that I would kind of want. But remember, never speaking out loud, otherwise it'd never happen. Okay, let's pick the chunk. Okay, Alcarid Mine. So, this is a bit of a weird one. Because whilst we do get Alcarid Mine, we can't get there because we can't get to here. So the only bit of the map we've actually gained is this sliver here, which is not really great. I mean, let's go and explore it, but I can kind of just show you. So as you can see here, this is the chunk that we unlock. We can't get there really yet. The only bit we can get into is this kind of sliver here, which, to be fair, we can get into, and therefore we should have been able to roll the chunk, but it seems kind of like a farce, doesn't it? So let's see if we get a music track. Doesn't look like it. Let's open it up. And there we go. We've gotten access to this. Yes. Seems terrible, doesn't it?
Wow, this is garbage.
So this doesn't allow us to kind of get any access to new collection log slots. Oh my god. What? The lucky Imbling here. So we're going to catch this lucky Imbling with my main, I think. Alrighty, I mean, let's catch this Hunter Imbling with my main, I guess. There you go. We would have gotten 5 Lumberyard teleport scrolls, which would have been a collection log. It is a shame our Hunter is less than level 1. This is the new area we've unlocked. It's fucking terrible. Alright, back to Forestry. Okay, we've already set the collection log goal tracker, and we're going to be working towards the next chunk unlock. Hopefully, I mean, it literally cannot get worse than that chunk unlock. There's not a single one, I think, in the game that we can get that's the worse than that one. So it's all uphill from here if you look at it that way. The good news is here, let's say, that we don't start on 0 out of 3. We do start on 1 out of 3 because essentially we had enough anima bark to buy the cape pouch, which is another collection log slot, which we hadn't earned yet. So let's grab that. And there you go, there's the cape pouch, which I think allows you to store the woodcutting cape in. So we're at 1 out of 3. Only 2 left before we can get the next chunk. And that will be better. It literally cannot get worse. This is just anima bark and the possibility of the golden egg here. I thought that was it. God damn it. This willow spot is so much better than what I was doing before for events. Previously, when I was kind of doing events in the Lumbridge area with my alt, it would be like 1 event every hour and a half, 2 hours. Here, it's like 1 event every like 20 minutes. It's really, really lucky. By woodcutting. I find this event such a strange event because you're just standing around literally doing nothing. Like 15 seconds each time. I don't know what it is, but Forestry definitely gets me less random events or something. Maybe Settle talks about it where you have to do lots of different kind of skilling and I'm only just getting the woodcutting. But this is the first random event I've got in 1 hour and 45 minutes, which is quite a long time. And unfortunately, it's the kebab, so it's not like I can get anything from it. I've realized something here. So one of the things preventing us from getting collection log slots like the log brace and the clothes pouch are maple logs, which we're unable to get at the moment because there's no tree nearby. However, we do have access to a tree patch in this chunk here, kind of at West Lumbridge. So if we're able to get our farming up where we can plant a maple seed, and maybe hopefully we can get one here, we will be able to cut down the maple tree on that patch, get the logs, and then give them to the foresters. That'll be huge. So for my plan, obviously I need to go through all my bird nests and see if I can get any tree seeds. We've gotten 59, so let's just withdraw some of those. And let's open them up. Oh, it auto opens. I didn't want that. Willow, there's a maple seed. Okay, fantastic. For a maple seed, we need 45 farming. Currently we're 9 farming, but because now we've got access to a master farmer and the, stay with me here, the tree patch and the hops patch, we should be able to get, oh, there's another master farmer up here actually, so that wasn't necessarily a limiting factor, but we've now got access to the hops patch, the tree patch. That's a really good reason to get our farming up to 45, and that's a way to do it. So what we should do is we should get our thieving up so we can pickpocket master farmers, which is 38. Alongside that, we might be able to get the Hespori seed from the miscellaneous collection log. Now, we don't really have anything other than the basic compost, because I'm pretty sure you can get the basic compost from the farmers, but that should be fine. So I was doing thieving and I got the level 27, which allows me to target stalls. Seed stall, there is one here. I was like, oh, that's good news, because obviously, that line might be a bit like safer experience, essentially. Then I realized that there is a person who sells hop seeds here. I'm an idiot. I'm an actual idiot. So yeah, let's just buy some hop seeds and then go and plant them. Okay, so let's buy some Asgardian hop. Blimey, I'm fucking dumb. If I teleport here, I'm not in another chunk. This is my chunk. Fucking perfect. Pixel perfect.
Well, okay, hotshot.
Beautiful. Now let's plant these bad boys. Well, now we just have to wait. Fantastic. The first crop is in and it didn't die, which is a surprise. So let's harvest this mother up. Level 10. Perfect. And finishing up 30 thieving on these wine stalls here. 31 thieving. Oh. Yes, please. Thank you. Fantastic. So he has the opportunity to give us a emote, but there you go. There's a collection log slot. A zombie mask. Fantastic. Hideous. But that brings us up to 20 out of 24 that we need. One more collection log slot and we can roll a new chunk. We have updated the graphics and we are going to continue on this little grind. That is 11 farming, 12 farming, and that is 38 thieving. We didn't actually have to get this in the end because obviously we were trying to get 38 thieving so we after farmers for the hop seeds, but we could just buy them now, so that's good. I thought may as well continue on with this, especially since they can drop easy scrolls at the ham hideouts, but we got 15 easy scrolls and we are unable to complete any of them. So let's go back to forestry for a little bit. That's 13 farming from this forestry event. Oh, jute plants, that's actually really good. This is a harsh reminder that I need to get 7 more mining levels. I might go and do that 14 farming.
And that is 20 mining, which means that we can mine silver, which is available in the Champions Guild mine, and mine size 2 stars, which we can do on and off as they appear when we're doing forestry.
And that is 15 farming. Apologies for the level. That's 16 farming, which is now actually allowing us to grow Yanillion hops, which is really nice. So we're only using normal compost here, which gives us quite a low chance of success, but we're going to plant our first oak sapling. So I'm going to have to go kill a farmer because that's the only way I can get secateurs because you can't buy them from the guys. No secateurs yet, but the beekeeper random event, that's pretty good. Alrighty. What can we get from the beekeeper? Flax. Okay, well, I was hoping for a collection log, honestly, obviously. Oh, right. We've got all the beekeeper stuff. Well, that's not terrible because I can theoretically make like a short bow now, right? So I've got flax. I've got the ability to make the short bows. Not the end of the world. Wait, I've just noticed we got a lamp as well. Right, that makes sense. We said we were going to start lamping Slayer, didn't we? There you go. Slayer. Oh, there's the secateurs. Fantastic news. That was only, let me tell you, that was only 73 kills. And for a 1 in 128 drop, that's not too bad. That is my first hunter level coming through on that Fox event. Well, 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 look at that. That is our first oak tree. What do we get? A whole level. That is fantastic. Looks like our third oak tree has been a success. Let's see what we get. And that is 20 farming. Lovely. That is 25 farming from this event. Means we can grow woad plants. Good thing we got those secateurs because I've had to prune these diseased oaks a few times now, and it is very satisfying to know that we went out of the way early on to get them. Right as rain. I didn't catch it because I don't usually do all the events, but I got the golden pheasant egg. That was the collection log slot. 24. I didn't know it happened during the event. I thought it was like an after the event thing. So you know, I've been kind of like waiting to the end of the event to kind of see whether I got it, but apparently this kind of thing happens during the event. So yeah, that was in the middle of the event that I got this collection log slot, golden egg. A lot of people here have been going really dry for it, so I'm really excited that I got it. And theoretically, I could get 75,000 anima to get the golden egg, but man, that's a really lucky boy right there. The most recent one we've got is the golden pheasant egg, and the zombie mask was 3 days ago. So we've been working quite hard to try and get it, and it's taking a little bit longer in between. So that's really nice. But you know, fantastic news, we got the golden pheasant egg. I don't remember what it does. What does it do? Why have I got this? Let's plop this in here, and that is our 24th collection logs. That is quite satisfying. Every single time you do a forestry event, you're either frustrated it's not one of the 2 events, the fox or the pheasant egg one, or you're frustrated during those events because you haven't got the drop. So it's a bit of a catch-22 of not really being super happy with that. You know, we have gotten quite a few levels off of it though, so farming, hunters, gotten a level up, and all this kind of business, and thieving, all that. Man, it's been a long time coming. So now we have the 24 collection logs. That is 3 out of 3, and we can roll the next chunk, which is really nice. So let's jump into the chunk map. This is what we've got so far. So 9 chunks. The last one was unlocked days ago, like a week ago, and that was Draenor Village. Really exciting. And now we've got pick a new chunk, which is very, very, very good. So yeah, July 18th, so that was 4 days ago. Okay, without further ado, let's crack on with it. So let's pick a new chunk. Yeah, anywhere is going to be better than the last one, obviously, because the last one was... Okay, cool. So Wizard's Tower. That's really, really good. Love the Wizard's Tower. And also, I can't go into Tutorial Island or any of the next ones, so that's I don't gain any new chunks to kind of go into, which is nice, so it kind of consolidates it. But let's go and walk around the Wizard's Tower. Here we are, the Bridge of Khazad-dûm, or the Wizard's Tower Bridge. So let's cross the barrier, see if we get any new music. There you go, vision. That's cool. And let's make this available to us now. So I don't actually remember what you get in the Wizard's Tower. I know that theoretically we can complete the Imp Catcher quest, so we may as well start doing that. So in this chunk, there are 2 beginner clue steps and 4 easy steps, and then 1 medium and 2 hard. But it makes our lives a lot easier trying to complete clues if we've got this chunk unlocked, so that's great news. We can continue doing the Restless Ghost quest. That's nice. Oh, this is the guy who you can buy escape crystals. So escape crystals were introduced to like protect hardcore Iron Men from DCing and stuff like that. Technically, we're still a hardcore actually, so theoretically we could buy that. But I think they're like 75,000 each. I don't actually have that kind of capital, nor do I really care that much about being a hardcore. But here's some other things that are up here. So this is the best in slot necklace that we're going to get. That's going to be Mizgog with his Amulet of Accuracy, I think it is. And then there is the Lesser Demon. But he drops a Room Med Helm, which is a huge upgrade to the head slot. He also drops Mithril Square Shield and Mithril Chain Body. So we can start killing him once we've got some lore runes. I haven't got any lore runes yet, but there are wizards around that drop lore runes as well. I can get the Amulet of Accuracy, and I can start getting a couple of bobs. So that's a really nice chunk. The best thing for us when we're talking about collection logs on this chunk is the access to clue steps. So there's a 4 beginners or 2 beginner 4 easy steps on this island, which is great news. So we are now back to 0 out of 3 collection logs until the next chunk. We've got 24 collections logged. So the goals for the next one is we're still trying to work on that fox whistle because we've got the golden egg now, which is really nice. But we can get the log brace if we're able to get our farming up, so that we can maple logs, and we can also get the clothes pouch blueprint. Oh my god, I can't say it. Clothes pouch blueprint. Clothes pouch blueprint. I can't say it. Clothes pouch blueprint. What's happening? Blueprint. I can't say it. Fine. We can get this. Anything else we can get? Ooh. Hold on a second. Oh, Twitch's gloves aren't a collection log slot, are they? Oh, they are. What the fuck? Well. So, what we're going to try and do is get the clothes pouch. Oh my god, I still can't say it. Clothes pouch blueprint. The log brace, and we've just seen that the Twitcher's gloves is something that we can actually get now, which is quite nice. So that's going to bring us up to 1 out of 3, which is really good. Buy one of those. We have now unlocked the Twitcher's gloves. So theoretically, I could have gotten the next chunk for the last like 3 or 4 days. I hadn't even realized, so that's good. What do these actually do? Once equipped, the player will have a 20% increased chance to receive a specific type of bird's nest while they are woodcutting. They can click on settings on the gloves and specify which they want. Egg, seed, clue. Oh my god, that's amazing. So the ones we actually really want are clue and seed. So let's say, I'm going to say clue. I'm going to say clue, and then we can kind of stack up more beginner clue scrolls that we can use, and then we can try and get that going. Not too long later, we got a nice bird's nest with a beginner clue scroll in it, and as you can see here, it's one from the Wizard's Tower, which is great. So not only has our Twitcher's gloves come in handy because we got the extra chance of getting beginner clue scrolls from bird's nest, but we even got a clue scroll step in the new chunk to be unlocked. So that's really neat. We've got a honking stack of them here as well. So, after a short amount of time of stacking them up, I'm going to go and do some. But 7 beginner clues, that's a guaranteed 1 at the very least. So, fingers crossed. But some of these are Charlie the Tramp steps, which is why I'm kind of stacking them high. Just to kind of more guarantee the chance that we actually get it. So, just thinking about it, if I look in my bank, I have 3 of the 4 beads that we need. And there's always a pretty fun dialogue if you get all 4 beads before you can get it. So we only need the white bead left. So every single time I see an implink, I'm going to try and kill it. I will get it at some point, and then we'll be able to get that quest done. I realized because we have Aggie's shop in Draenor Village, we now have access to a tomato. That allows us to actually make a garden pie, because in the general store upstairs in Lumbridge, there is an onion spawn, which means we're able to make garden pies, which means we can boost up 3 levels. we only have to get 42 farming, which is great news. So what I'm going to do, that was a lot of barley from that, what the hell? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start getting my cooking up, because I need 38 cooking to make a garden pie. My cooking is currently only 18, and lucky enough, I have to cook 147 barley. So instead of doing forestry, what we're going to be doing is we're going to be over at the forestry events, fishing, and then cooking the shrimps and prawns to get our cooking up, because that's our best cooking method. And obviously, because we've got South Lumbridge Swamp, we are able to get a small fishing net here. And theoretically, we could fish here, but there's no fire around here. Whereas here, there's a perpetual fire just over there. What I'm also going to test, which might prove to be kind of fruitless, is if I start chopping logs every 30 seconds, am I eligible for the forestry events? I want to say that I don't know what the cooldown is thing. So if you start chopping the logs, then you're eligible, but I don't know what the cooldown is. It could be like 30 seconds, it could be 10 seconds, 0 seconds, or it could be defined by doing a different action. I feel like if you're doing fire making or fletching, it shouldn't preclude you from doing forestry events. So we'll see what happens here. So it's been like a minute and a half since I did any chopping. See if this works. That did work. Okay, so I am eligible for these events. I genuinely didn't think I would be. So all I have to do is kind of be chopping every so often. Right, okay, cool. I do get the animal bark. I've got access to that, and therefore during those giant events I could theoretically get the necklace, which is great. So yeah, experimentally successful. 20 cooking. That is 15 fishing, which I'm pretty sure allows us to get, yeah, there you go, anchovies, which is really good. The anchovies give us 40 XP, which is much better than the shrimp, which gives us 10 XP. So, you know, four times is good. That is 25 cooking, 29 farming. Just killing an imp on the way back to the bees after doing a farm run, and there is the white beads. Fantastic. Let's go and finish the quest. Right, yeah, we got all our beads, so let's start and finish the quest. Give me a quest what? Give me a quest, please. Well, seeing as you asked nicely, I could do with some help. The wizard Greyzag next door decided he didn't like me, so he enlisted the army of 100 imps. These imps stole all sorts of my things. Most of these things I don't really care about, just eggs and balls of string and things. But they stole my 4 magical beads. There was a red one, a yellow one, a black one, and a white one. These imps have now spread out all over the kingdom. Can you get my beads back for me? Wow, this is a surprising turn of events. What? Well, I just so happen to have all the beads on me. Are you saying that you stole my beads all this time and have been blaming these imps? No, not at all. I just found them through my travels and presumed somebody needed them at some point. Ah, fine. Give them here and I'll check that they really are my beads before I give you a reward. You'll like it. It's an amulet of accuracy. Oh. 4 beads given to Misgog. And there is the amulet of accuracy. Oh, and we got 3 total quest points. So we've now completed Cook's Assistant, Imp Catcher, and Mistral and Mystery. +4s to everything is nothing to snoot at, you know, because I mean, like, I've got nothing else to put on there, so that's absolutely my best in slot. Whilst we're doing quests, let's continue on, I guess. Right, the next step we had to do in the Restless Ghost was go to the Wizard Tower, which we've now unlocked. So let's go down the ladder and finish off this bit of the quest. There is the skeleton, and there is the skeleton dead. Then put the ghost skull into there. Unbelievable animation, fantastic, best in the West. God, it's like I'm there. Brilliant. Ooh, 39 prayer. I'm being quite active in trying to do things for the collection log, which are not random events. I'm getting very unlucky with random events. I've not gotten any mime pieces, which is 5 whole pieces. I haven't seen the zombie pieces, which is 5 again pieces. I've not seen a camo event, and I've not seen any of them. I'm getting really, really quite unlucky with. So the reason chunk accounts are pretty fun is because you can do loads of random stuff that you wouldn't have really thought of before. So for example, when we unlocked this chunk, we were able to get access to a lesser demon. The only way we can really kill it is if we have like ranged or mage, and we don't really have that much of the way of mage or range, but we would still need lore runes to pick up the items it drops. So that would be the rune med helm, the myth chain body, and the myth square shield. Currently our best way to get lore runes is kill the dark wizards, which are over here, or they are up over here near the dark circle. You can also kill the black knight that's walking around here, or there's a weird third option, which is a wise old man task. So the wise old man gives you certain easy and hard tasks you can do, and he'll occasionally reward you with runes. So I'm going to try and see how to do this. Is there anything I can do for you? I need some clay. 9 clay. Coal, copper. The only way I can get clay is from Impling. So it'll just be whether or not I've got enough clay in the bank. I've got 4 clay. Oh, that's not a lot. That's a kind of unlucky. I mean, like, I can get it. It's really hard for me to get, and it's probably not worth me killing a bunch of implings just so that I can get clay, because they're quite uncommon. But what I can do is I can keep an eye out for implings and continue to kill them that I do get clay. 30 cooking. We're nearly at the required cooking level of 34 to make garden pies, and I've just realized one of the issues we've currently got is pots of flour. Now, pots of flour, we don't have access to a windmill to make the pots of flour, so we have to rely on drops. That comes from imps. And one other bizarre entity in the game, which is a Black Knight. They bizarrely drop a pot of flour, I think in 1 and 128. And as well as dropping a pot of flour, they also drop law runes in a chance of 1 in 64. So these are a pretty good enemy to try and fight, to try and get some of the items that I need. I'll occasionally kill imps, and I'll occasionally kill Black Knights to see if I can get some pots of flour. We probably need like 5 or 6 of them because we'll probably burn some, so we need to make sure that we get a couple. That is 30 fishing, and probably the last fishing level we'll get. That is 34 cooking. Is the required level for garden pies. Now we just have to continue doing the forestry events and try and get a pot of flour from implings or the Black Knight over here. Thinking abstractly about this account, I really like playing this kind of chunk account. You know, it's really fun. It really changes the kind of way I look at the game and what I'm trying to achieve here. So going for collection logs, but only playing like a few chunks at a time, then I can only do certain things. Another thing that's really nice is that Jagex have released this incredible update recently, which is the Valamore Final Dawn stuff, which looks like it's added so much to the game. So, you know, a bunch of new bosses, some delve bosses, Yama, you know, loads and loads of stuff. But because I'm here on this account, like in this little region, I have no fear of missing out. I have no FOMO for that. So it's nice that I'm able to kind of just play this account, have fun doing it, and, you know, am relaxed doing so. 30 farming, that means I can make willow trees. Fantastic. Only 15 levels left until we're able to plant and maintain maple trees, or 12 levels if we use a garden pie, but that would mean we would have to find some sort of pot of flower somewhere. But currently that means we can plant willow tree seeds. There you go, 3 hunter. Nice. And that's all from the Fox events, so that is a very long slog. That is the first willow done, 31 farming. I didn't even know this was possible. This is 1, 2, 3, all on the same one. That's interesting. Makes my life a lot easier, and it's quite close, so perfect. So we've been killing imps for the pot of flower. It's a 1 in 5 drop. We've got 165, and we got that 1 pot of flour for the cook's assistant, and then got none since. So pretty dry at the moment. But we did get a lot of clay, and that was our wise old man task. See whether or not we could get law runes. So let's see if we can give him the clay. There you go. Paralanders, unlucky. Let's see what his next task is. 11 cooked meat. Beef rattle bear. That's doable. Had that in the bank, so let's go and deliver that. Rare XP. Weird. 15 bronze spears. I have that in the bank because that's from this is great. Caramin and Marantils. 3 potatoes. Doable. Man, these tasks are interesting. More prayer XP. Actually cooked anchovy. More prayer XP. A monster in your house. I think you have to check under the bed. What? Looks like a wall beast. Please drop a Bando's God Sword. Oh my god. 11 bronze bars. Ugh. This I don't really want to get rid of because they're annoying to get. But there's 11 bronze bars. More prayer XP. Normal size ones you get from goblins. 4 normal bones. Have normal bones? I do. I've loads of normal. And these are actually from goblins as well. 11 cow hides. I might have that in the bank. This is why it's great collecting just a bunch of random shit. More seeds. Bronze daggers to keep the goblins at bay. Don't worry, son. I think I have a couple around. Molten glass. Locked out. I'm locked out. I can't get molten glass. There's no way you can skip the task. Ugh. Well, we are now officially locked out of getting tasks from the wise old man until we get molten glass. But whilst we're here, we've got 3 caskets. Let's have a look at the collection log. So we've opened up 26 beginner clues. We've gotten 3 unique items from them, which is pretty nice. So let's open up 3 more, I guess. Oh! Justice Cake, fantastic. So that's another new item we've got there. And it looks so good, so iconic. Wow, we are getting really lucky. That is an amazing drop there. We are smashing it, to be fair. Let's have a look at here. So if we click on overview, you can see we obtained the Justice Cape today. And before, it was 3 days ago for the Twitch gloves. 3 days ago for the pheasant egg. So that's when we unlocked the next chunk. 2 more to go. That's definitely something. Last one.
you joking?
What is this?
Well, we definitely got some uniques, but 2 Jester's capes is actually ludicrous. Love that for us. But that means we get a placeholder. That's good. Okay, I need 1 more collection log until we have to roll a new chunk. Fantastic news. 35 farming, so just 10 more levels or 7 more levels with a boost till we can plant maple tree. A random event. This is one where I only need 1 more piece of the Lederhosen outfit, which we might get here. I'm pretty sure we will. That is the Lederhosen hat, and as we can see here, that is the last piece of the Lederhosen outfit from the random events. We've got now 27 collections logged, and that is our final clog needed so that we can roll a new chunk. So a little lucky getting the random event there to get the 27th collection log, but a little unlucky because I really wanted to get the forestry items, so the petal garland, the box whistle. Still, I'll take a advancement on the chunks as we get them. So let's pick a new chunk. You can see here the last chunk we unlocked was this one here, and that was 22nd of June, is the 26th of June, so that was 4 days ago. If you remember correctly, we got this chunk. We have not gained any new chunks to add on, which is kind of good news. So it means that we can consolidate our efforts in trying to get a good area. So 1 through 8 here, 1 in 8 chance. Let's see what we get. Oh, it's quite exciting. Always really exciting rolling. Okay, Champions Guild and River Lum and the Sourhog Cave. Okay, that's not too bad. Let's go have a look at this. Okay, let's push into here. So, this is unlocked. So if I got the agility level up, that would become unlockable, but it currently isn't. So let's see what we've got. This is the Champions Guild, but I am unable to enter it yet.
Let me in. Let me in.
There are 2 beginner clue steps here. One which is like a dig step around this area. Only gained 1 beginner clue location here, but the good thing we get here is clay rocks. We've got silver rocks, tin rocks, iron rocks. So this is huge for crafting. Really, really nice. And then obviously we've got the bush patch, which is great. We don't currently have any bush seeds, which I just double checked, so we need to go talk with some master farmers. Nice little upgrade to our chunks there. But yeah, thank you very much for watching. I really appreciate it, and I'll see you next time.
I'll see you soon. I miss you already.